Hey there, and welcome to Take 5. I'm Rebecca Turner, and I'd like to take a few minutes of your time today to talk about a serious subject, suicide. With a couple of celebrity deaths this week to suicide, it's a perfect time to just take a few moments and discuss this sensitive topic that makes most people just a bit uncomfortable. If you're concerned about a loved one who's been pretty depressed or who you think might be suicidal, don't avoid the subject with them. In fact, you should bring it up with them, address it. People are afraid to mention it for fear of perhaps planting that idea in their loved one's mind, and they don't want to do that, understandably. But it really doesn't work that way. You're not going to make them decide to commit suicide just because you've asked them about it. They'll probably be relieved to know that you cared enough to ask. So ask them how they're doing. If someone's been very depressed and has perhaps given little hints, just ask them, how you doing? Mention that you've heard in the news about some celebrities or whoever that has taken their own lives, and you just wondered if they had any similar thoughts. It's a good door to open to start talking about the subject since it's on the news right now. So if they've had those thoughts, and especially if they're in a crisis at the moment, help them get help. Oftentimes, a very depressed person can't see a way out of their situation, and they need someone to help walk them through that. Call a suicide hotline, call 911, get them to the ER, call their therapist if they have one. There is help that they can get. And stay with them and let them know that they don't have to go through this alone. And through your words and actions, let them know that there is hope. Remind them that no matter how badly they're feeling right now, it will get better. They won't feel this bad forever. Remind them that every problem has a solution and that they don't have to go through this alone. And then ask them to just give it one more day to see how they feel tomorrow. Oftentimes people get so discouraged and so depressed that they can't imagine living the rest of their life feeling that way. That's just too much to deal with. But quite often they'll agree to wait it out another day. And if that's too much, ask them to wait it out another hour. In the meantime, once they've agreed to hang on for a minute, then start working on getting them the help they need. It's been said that those who have survived jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge in a suicide attempt regret that decision the moment they jump. I think that's when they realize that there's no turning back, that this was an ultimate final decision. And that's the thing about suicide. We shy away from talking about it because it's scary and there is no turning back. There are no second chances with that decision. So that's why it's so important to help someone hold on to the hope that it will get better. If you're the one who's considering ending your life, tell somebody. We can't help you if we don't know that you're suffering that much. The situation is not hopeless, no matter what your feelings are telling you is the truth. There are answers, and there are people out there who can help you find those answers. There are people who care about you and will help you, even if it feels like there aren't. But we have to know that you need that help. People who attempt suicide just feel like that's the best choice they have given their situation. We need to remove the judgment and stigma that we put on people who are this severely depressed or on the topic of suicide and talk about it more so that that shame doesn't keep people from reaching out and asking for help. A lot of times they're ashamed of feeling that way, so they say nothing. They feel broken. So let's all look out for each other. Let's take care of each other. Let's find out what's really going on in people's lives that are in our world, that are our loved ones. Find out how they're doing and help people get help if we notice that something's off. Suicide is not the best answer, but sometimes people feel like it is. So take this opportunity to bring it up with folks you love. That's your Take 5 for today. Thanks for listening.